Welcome back, coin hunters and treasure seekers. Today we're diving into one of the most fascinating mysteries in American coin, collecting the top 4 Lincoln wheat penny. At first glance it may look like just an old, dirty penny, but hidden beneath that worn surface could be a remarkable piece of history with a value reaching thousands of dollars. Minted during the dramatic years of World War II, this coin carries a powerful story, and collectors everywhere are searching for rare varieties that could turn an ordinary cent into a prized treasure. So stay with me as we uncover the history, unique features, surprising rarity, and the real market value of this incredible coin. Who knows, by the end of this video, you might realize that a simple penny sitting in your drawer could actually be worth $1,000 to $8,000 or more. Let's begin the hunt. Let's get started. First up in the Lincoln wheat penny from 1944 is often regarded as one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatics. And among its many variations, the intriguing 1944 Lincoln wheat penny, described without a visible mint mark in extremely dirty condition, has captured the imagination of collectors and treasure hunters alike. For coin enthusiasts, the excitement surrounding this coin lies not only in its age, but also in the mysteries that sometimes surround mint marks, varieties, and unusual circulation conditions. Even when found in rough or dirty condition, a coin like this can still spark tremendous curiosity because collectors know that beneath the worn surfaces could lie a historically meaningful and potentially valuable piece of American coinage history. Within the world of numismatics, coins such as this are often described as prized treasures, admired for the stories they carry and the possibility that they might be rare varieties hiding in plain sight. As a result, the 1944 wheat penny has become a captivating subject among collectors who are constantly searching through old jars, inherited collections, and bank rolls hoping to uncover a coin with exceptional worth. The 1944 wheat penny attracts so much attention. It is important to explore its historical background during one of the most dramatic periods of the 20th century. The coin was minted during the final years of World War II, a time when the United States was deeply involved in wartime production and resource conservation. During 1943, pennies had been made from steel due to copper shortages, but by 1940, for the United States, mint returned to copper-based alloys made largely from recycled military shell casings. This fascinating shift in materials gives the 1944 penny a remarkable historical narrative, linking it directly to wartime manufacturing and the national effort supporting soldiers overseas. Most of these coins were struck at major minting facilities such as the Denver Mint, though examples sometimes appear worn or obscured enough that the mint mark becomes difficult to identify. Because of this historical context, every 1944 wheat penny acts as a small metallic witness to a transformative era in American history, offering collectors a tangible connection to the past. The artistic design of the Lincoln wheat penny remains one of the most recognizable coin designs in the world, further adding to its appeal among collectors. The obverse proudly displays the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, facing right, accompanied by the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and the year of minting. On the reverse, 2 elegant wheat stalks frame the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, giving the coin its famous nickname, the wheat penny. The design was originally created by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner, whose work introduced a new artistic standard for American coinage when it debuted in 1909. The coin measures about 19 millimeters in diameter and weighs approximately 3.11 grams, composed primarily of copper. Even when a coin appears dirty or heavily circulated, the underlying design can still shine through, reminding collectors of the craftsmanship and symbolic meaning embedded in this small but historically significant piece. Rarity is one of the key elements that determines whether a particular wheat penny becomes especially desirable among collectors. While millions of 1944 cents were produced, the excitement arises when unusual characteristics appear, such as weak or missing mint marks, striking errors, or rare die varieties. A coin that appears to have been struck in Denver but shows no clear mint mark may attract attention because collectors often wonder whether the mark was worn away, weakly struck, or hidden under heavy grime. These possibilities create a sense of mystery and discovery that fuels the numismatic hunt. Additionally, finding examples of 1944 wheat pennies in exceptional condition can be extremely difficult because many circulated heavily during the 1940s and 1950s. As a result, Coins that survive in clean, well-preserved states are far more desirable, and even heavily worn coins can still be collectible if they display interesting varieties or historical significance. The 1944 wheat penny generally ranges widely depending on condition, variety, and collector demand. In most circulated states, these coins are relatively affordable, but examples that exhibit unusual characteristics or remain in strong collectible condition can command impressive prices. Coins that show attractive detail, unusual varieties, or strong historical appeal may sell in the approximate range of $1,000 to $8,000, particularly when authenticated and graded by respected numismatic services. Auction houses and specialized coin dealers frequently highlight these coins when they appear in high-grade condition because collectors value the combination of wartime history, recognizable design, and limited availability of pristine specimens. Over the years, the steady appreciation in value for notable wheat penny varieties has encouraged collectors to continue searching for hidden gems among ordinary pocket change. Another factor that enhances the coin's desirability is the emotional connection collectors feel toward historic American coinage. Many enthusiasts remember discovering their first wheat penny as children, sparking a lifelong interest in coin collecting. The 1944 issue stands out because of its unique place in the timeline of the Lincoln Cent series, representing the moment when the nation returned to copper coinage after the brief steel cent experiment. For collectors assembling complete sets of wheat pennies, obtaining examples from important wartime years becomes especially meaningful. Even coins that appear worn or dirty can still hold tremendous sentimental and historical value, reminding collectors that these small objects once circulated through countless hands during a pivotal era in American history. For those hoping to add a 1944 wheat penny to their collection, there are several practical strategies worth following. First, collectors should prioritize coins that have been certified by reputable grading services, as authentication helps confirm both the coin's condition and its potential rarity. It is also important to examine the coin carefully for varieties such as doubled dies, unusual mint marks, or striking anomalies that may increase its value. Purchasing from established dealers, reputable auctions, or trusted collector networks can also help ensure authenticity. Once acquired, coins should be stored in protective holders or archival quality coin capsules to prevent further wear or environmental damage. Proper storage and minimal handling help preserve the coin's surface details, ensuring that its collectible value remains intact for years to come. The 1944 Lincoln wheat penny stands as a remarkable blend of history, artistry, and numismatic intrigue. Its connection to wartime America, its iconic design, and the possibility of rare varieties all contribute to its enduring reputation as a prized treasure among collectors. Whether discovered in pristine uncirculated condition or in a surprisingly dirty state that hides its details beneath decades of circulation, this coin continues to captivate enthusiasts who appreciate the stories embedded within historic currency. The 1944 wheat penny represents far more than a financial investment. It is an opportunity to hold a genuine piece of history in the palm of their hand, preserving a tangible connection to the past while building a collection that can inspire future generations of collectors. Next up in the 1937 Lincoln wheat penny is widely regarded as one of the most fascinating and captivating coins within the beloved Lincoln wheat penny collection. For many numismatic enthusiasts, discovering this humble copper cent, especially one that appears old, worn, and covered with years of circulation, can feel like uncovering a hidden treasure from the past. Even a very dirty or heavily circulated example can spark tremendous curiosity, because beneath the surface lies a coin with remarkable historical roots and strong collector demand. The 1937 D variety continues to capture the imagination of collectors who admire its timeless design, its connection to American history, and the thrill of possibly owning a coin that may hold surprising value in today's collector market. To truly appreciate this coin, it is important to understand the historical era in which it was produced. The Lincoln wheat penny series was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the birth of Abraham Lincoln, marking the first time a real historical figure appeared on a regular U.S. circulating coin. By the time the 1937 D penny was struck, the United States was gradually recovering from the devastating years of the Great Depression. These coins were minted at the historic Denver Mint, which played a crucial role in supplying coinage to the western part of the country. Every penny produced during this time served a practical role in everyday commerce. Yet today it also stands as a tangible connection to a challenging yet transformative chapter of American history. One of the most striking aspects of the 1937 D. Lincoln Wheat penny is its iconic and enduring design. On the obverse side, the coin features the dignified portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, created by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner. The portrait is accompanied by the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1937. The reverse side showcases two elegant wheat stalks framing the words "1 cent" and "United States of America," a design that symbolized agricultural prosperity and national strength. Composed primarily of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, the coin measures approximately 19 millimeters in diameter and weighs about 3.11 grams, giving it a warm reddish tone that collectors often find visually appealing. The 1937 D penny have gained attention because of their relative scarcity in higher grades. Coins that circulated heavily for decades often appear dull, dark, or extremely dirty, making them far less desirable. However, when collectors encounter a specimen that has survived in uncirculated or near-mint condition, with sharp details and minimal wear, it becomes significantly more valuable. In rare cases, subtle varieties or striking anomalies may appear, further increasing the coin's desirability. This delicate balance between common circulation and scarce pristine preservation is exactly what makes the search for exceptional examples so exciting for collectors. The condition of a coin plays an enormous role in determining its worth, and this principle applies strongly to the 1937 D. Lincoln Wheat penny. Most examples found in pocket change today may only be worth a small premium over face value, especially when they are heavily worn or dirty. However, coins graded in extremely fine or uncirculated condition can command dramatically higher prices. Professional grading organizations carefully evaluate surface quality, strike sharpness, and color when assigning a grade, and these factors can transform an ordinary penny into a sought-after collectible. Because of this grading system, even a small difference in preservation can lead to a major difference in value. The 1937 D. Lincoln Wheat penny within a range of roughly $1,000 to $8,000, depending on rarity, condition, and the presence of desirable varieties. Coins with original red luster, minimal marks, and strong details tend to achieve the highest prices at auctions and private sales. Even specimens that initially appear dirty or unattractive sometimes reveal remarkable potential after careful professional evaluation. This steady demand from collectors has helped maintain consistent interest in the coin, making it a respected piece within the broader Lincoln cent collecting community. For collectors hoping to add this historic penny to their collections, several practical strategies can improve the chances of success. Experts often recommend purchasing coins that have been certified by reputable grading services, as authentication helps guarantee both quality and authenticity. Collectors should carefully examine the coin's surface for clear design details, strong lettering, and an intact mint mark if present. Proper storage is also essential. Coins should be kept in protective holders or capsules to prevent further wear, environmental damage, or discoloration. Engaging with coin shows, collector clubs, and online numismatic communities can also provide valuable knowledge about market trends and rare discoveries. The 1937 D. Lincoln Wheat penny represents a remarkable blend of artistry, history, and collector fascination. Though it began its life as a simple 1-cent coin used in everyday transactions, it has since evolved into a prized treasure admired by numismatists around the world. Its connection to the era of Abraham Lincoln, its timeless wheat-themed design, and its enduring presence in American coinage all contribute to its lasting appeal. For dedicated collectors, pursuing this coin is not merely about monetary value. It is about holding a small yet powerful piece of history, a tangible connection to the past that continues to captivate enthusiasts generation after generation. The legendary 1937 D. Lincoln Wheat penny continues to fascinate coin collectors across the world, especially when a rare or unusual example surfaces in unexpected condition. Even a very dirty coin from decades of circulation can spark enormous curiosity among numismatic enthusiasts. Beneath layers of age and wear, collectors often imagine the possibility of a hidden rarity, perhaps a scarce variety or an exceptionally preserved strike waiting to be discovered. Because of this possibility, the 1937 D. penny has developed a reputation as a coin that captivates enthusiasts and invites careful examination. Within the famous Lincoln Wheat Penny series, this issue represents both a historical artifact and a potential prize for those passionate about rare American coinage. During the late 1930s, when this penny was produced, the United States was slowly emerging from the difficult years of the Great Depression. The Denver Mint was responsible for striking millions of cents to keep the nation's economy moving. Each coin served as an everyday tool for commerce, passing through countless hands in markets, shops, and small businesses. Yet today, these same coins have transformed into historical objects that tell the story of America's resilience. Every 1937, D-penny is therefore more than just currency. It represents a small copper witness to an era of recovery and determination in the nation's economic history. Collectors are particularly drawn to the coin's timeless design, which remains one of the most recognizable in American numismatics. The front of the coin proudly displays the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by renowned sculptor Victor David Brenner. The reverse side features the elegant wheat ears that give the series its popular nickname, symbolizing growth and prosperity. When these design elements appear sharp and well-preserved, the coin becomes visually striking despite its small size. Collectors especially appreciate examples that retain traces of original copper luster, because these details enhance the coin's beauty and increase its desirability in the marketplace. Although millions of 1937 D-pennies were originally produced, truly exceptional specimens are surprisingly difficult to find today. Most coins spent decades in circulation, accumulating scratches, dirt, and heavyware that diminished their collectible quality. However, when an example survives in high-grade condition, displaying crisp details and minimal surface damage, it becomes highly attractive to serious collectors. Occasionally, coins may also exhibit subtle varieties or unusual striking characteristics, adding another layer of intrigue. These rare features help explain why collectors carefully inspect even the dirtiest examples, hoping to uncover a hidden treasure among ordinary coins. The 1937 D. Lincoln Wheat Penny has maintained a stable presence in the collector market. Exceptional pieces in outstanding condition can reach estimated values ranging from $1,000 to $8,000, depending on rarity, preservation, and collector demand. For many enthusiasts, the excitement of finding or acquiring one of these coins lies not only in its financial value, but also in the sense of discovery it offers. Owning such a coin means holding a small but powerful fragment of American history, a piece of copper that has traveled through time and continues to captivate collectors around the globe. Next up to in the 1942 D. Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark, especially when discovered in a heavily circulated or very dirty condition, remains one of the most fascinating and talked about pieces among coin collectors and numismatic enthusiasts. At first glance it may appear like an ordinary copper cent from the early 1940s, yet hidden beneath its worn surfaces is a remarkable story of history, rarity, and collector fascination. Coins like this captivate enthusiasts because they represent more than simple currency. They are tiny artifacts of American heritage. For many collectors, the possibility that a humble penny from this era could carry significant value makes it an irresistible treasure hunt. When authenticated and studied carefully, examples associated with the 1942 D issue can reach impressive values in the collector's market, sometimes ranging between $1,000 and $8,000 depending on condition and variety, making it a prized treasure within the Lincoln Cent series. To truly appreciate the importance of this coin, one must understand the historical moment in which it was created. The 1942 Lincoln Wheat Penny was struck during the intense economic and industrial climate of World War II, a period when the United States was rapidly mobilizing its resources. The coin belongs to the famous Lincoln Wheat Cent series introduced in 1909 to honor the legacy of Abraham Lincoln. Production took place at several facilities operated by the United States Mint, including the well-known Denver Mint. The D mint mark normally identifies coins struck in Denver, but occasional anomalies, such as coins appearing without the expected mint mark, have fueled ongoing discussions among collectors. These unusual pieces serve as a tangible connection to the past, linking modern collectors directly to the wartime era when millions of coins were struck to support everyday commerce. The artistic design of the Lincoln Wheat Penny is one of the most iconic in American coinage. On the obverse, the coin displays a dignified portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, facing to the right with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1942. Even on worn examples, the portrait retains a timeless elegance that collectors admire. The reverse side features the classic wheat ears framing the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, along with the national motto, E pluribus unum. Struck primarily from a bronze alloy composed of copper, tin, and zinc, the coin measures approximately 19 millimeters in diameter and weighs about 3.11 grams. When preserved in high-grade condition, the warm reddish-brown luster and crisp wheat stalks create a visually striking appearance that has made the design legendary among numismatists. What makes the 1942 D issue particularly intriguing is the combination of mintage history and unusual varieties. While millions of Lincoln cents were produced in 1942, collectors are always searching for pieces that show distinctive anomalies, such as mint mark irregularities, striking variations, or transitional production features. A coin believed to originate from the Denver facility, but lacking its expected D, mint mark can become a subject of intense interest. Such pieces may have resulted from die polishing, weak strikes, or other minting irregularities. Because these examples are seldom encountered and often overlooked in circulation, they add an extra layer of rarity that excites collectors who specialize in wheat cents. Condition also plays a crucial role in determining the rarity and desirability of this coin. Many surviving examples of 1942 wheat pennies spent decades in circulation, leaving them heavily worn, scratched, or darkened with age. Finding one in uncirculated or near-mint condition is significantly more difficult, which dramatically increases its appeal. Even coins discovered in very dirty or oxidized condition can still hold considerable potential value if they exhibit rare characteristics or varieties. The scarcity of well-preserved pieces combined with the intrigue surrounding mint mark variations creates a powerful demand among collectors, striving to complete high-quality Lincoln cent collections. In today's numismatic market, the value of a notable 1942 D Lincoln wheat penny variety without a mint mark can vary widely depending on its authenticity, condition, and certification status. Coins graded in lower circulated states may hold modest value, but examples verified as unusual varieties or preserved in excellent condition can command between $1,000 and $8,000 at auctions or through private collectors. Professional grading services often play a vital role in determining these values, as certified coins provide assurance of authenticity and condition. The steady popularity of Lincoln cents ensures consistent interest in these pieces, allowing their value to appreciate gradually over time. For collectors hoping to acquire one of these intriguing coins, several practical strategies can improve the chances of success. First, always prioritize coins that have been professionally graded and authenticated, as this protects against misidentified varieties or counterfeits. Carefully examine the coin for unusual mint mark characteristics, die varieties, or striking anomalies that may increase its rarity. Purchasing from reputable coin dealers, established auction houses, or trusted numismatic marketplaces is also highly recommended. Proper storage is equally important. Coins should be kept in protective holders or archival quality capsules to prevent environmental damage and maintain their long-term value. The 1942 D Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark represents a remarkable blend of history, artistry, and collecting excitement. From its origins during the wartime production era to its elegant design honoring Abraham Lincoln, the coin stands as a powerful symbol of American heritage. Its rarity, potential value, and enduring popularity make it a prized collectible that continues to captivate enthusiasts around the world. For numismatists, pursuing such a coin is more than simply adding another piece to a collection. It is an opportunity to hold a tangible connection to the past while investing in a timeless treasure that continues to fascinate collectors generation after generation. The 1942 D Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark, even when discovered in a very dirty or heavily circulated condition, remains a fascinating subject in the world of coin collecting. At first glance, it may seem like an ordinary old penny, but to dedicated numismatists, it can represent a captivating piece of American history. Coins from this era continue to captivate enthusiasts because they combine historical significance with the thrill of discovery. The possibility that an overlooked coin could carry meaningful value makes it especially appealing to collectors. Depending on condition, rarity, and variety, Notable examples connected with the 1942 D issue can sometimes reach $1,000 to $8,000 in today's collector's market, turning what appears to be a simple cent into a prized treasure. To understand the importance of this coin, it helps to consider the historical context in which it was produced. The 1942 Lincoln wheat penny was minted during the early years of World War II, a time when the United States was rapidly shifting its economy toward wartime production. The coin belongs to the beloved Lincoln cent series that honors the legacy of Abraham Lincoln. Production occurred at facilities operated by the United States Mint, including the well-known Denver Mint. While the Denver facility typically placed a D mint mark on its coins, certain unusual pieces appear without the expected mark, which adds intrigue and discussion among collectors. These coins serve as a tangible connection to the past, reflecting a moment when everyday currency circulated during one of the most pivotal periods in American history. The design of the Lincoln wheat penny is one of the most recognizable in U.S. coinage. On the obverse side, a classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln faces right, accompanied by the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1942. The reverse displays two elegant wheat ears framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, along with the motto, E pluribus unum. Struck from a bronze alloy primarily composed of copper, the coin measures about 19 millimeters in diameter and weighs roughly 3.11 grams. When preserved in strong condition, the details of the wheat stalks and the warm copper tones make the coin visually striking, which adds to its enduring popularity among collectors. Next up in the 1953 D Lincoln wheat penny stands as one of the most fascinating and highly sought-after pieces in the world of American coin collecting. Among numismatic enthusiasts, this classic copper cent captures attention not only for its vintage appearance, but also for the mystery and value that can surround certain surviving examples, especially those discovered in very dirty or heavily circulated condition. Even coins that appear worn can hold surprising worth, particularly when they belong to an era of classic American coinage that collectors admire. For many hobbyists, finding a 1953 D wheat penny in old collections, coin jars, or estate finds feels like uncovering a small but captivating treasure. Its connection to mid-20th century American history and the enduring popularity of the Lincoln cent series continue to make it a prized collectible that captivates enthusiasts worldwide. The 1953 D Lincoln wheat penny adds another layer of fascination for collectors. This coin was minted during a period of post-World War II economic growth in the United States, a time when the nation was expanding industrially and culturally. Produced at the famous Denver Mint, the coin formed part of the long-running Lincoln wheat cent, which honored one of the nation's most respected leaders, Abraham Lincoln. The Lincoln cent series began in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth and quickly became one of the most iconic coin designs in American history. By 1953, the series was already deeply embedded in everyday American life, making each coin a small historical artifact that reflects the culture and economy of the era. One of the most appealing aspects of the 1953 D wheat penny lies in its distinctive design and classic artistry. The obverse of the coin features the dignified portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, with the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date prominently displayed. On the reverse, two graceful wheat stalks frame the words 1 cent and United States of America, creating the timeless agricultural motif that gave the series its popular name. Struck in a bronze alloy composed primarily of copper, the coin measures about 19 millimeters in diameter and weighs approximately 3.11 grams. Even when found in dirty condition, the coin's elegant wheat ear design and historic symbolism remain instantly recognizable, reminding collectors why the wheat penny series is so beloved. Rarity and condition play a major role in determining the true desirability of a 1953 D wheat penny. While millions were originally minted, only a fraction survive today in high-quality condition. Coins discovered in extremely worn or dirty states are common, but rare varieties, such as subtle dye variations or unusually well-preserved examples, can dramatically increase collector interest. The most valuable pieces are typically those graded in uncirculated or near-mint condition by professional grading services. However, even a heavily circulated coin can attract attention if it displays an unusual dye feature, a strong strike, or a particularly attractive natural patina that highlights its age and authenticity. The 1953 D wheat penny can range widely depending on its rarity, condition, and collector demand. A typical circulated example may carry modest value, but rare varieties or high-grade pieces can command significantly higher prices in the collector market. In exceptional cases, especially coins with desirable varieties or outstanding preservation, values can range roughly from $1,000 to $8,000, depending on grading and demand. Auction results and private sales have demonstrated that collectors are willing to pay premium prices for well-preserved wheat pennies from the 1950s era, particularly when the coin displays strong visual appeal or comes with certified authentication. Another factor that drives the coin's desirability is the ongoing enthusiasm for classic American cents. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series remains one of the most widely collected coin sets in the world, and collectors constantly search for better examples to upgrade their collections. Coins like the 1953 D are especially appealing because they represent the final decade of the wheat cent design before it was replaced in 1959. This makes them a meaningful transitional piece within the broader Lincoln cent story, giving collectors a tangible connection to a beloved chapter of American numismatic history. For collectors hoping to add a valuable 1953 D wheat penny to their collection, careful research and patience are essential. Experts recommend prioritizing coins that have been professionally graded and certified by reputable organizations, as this ensures authenticity and accurate condition assessment. Buyers should also inspect coins for unusual die varieties, strong detail in Lincoln's portrait, and original surfaces that have not been harshly cleaned. Proper storage is equally important. Keeping coins in protective holders and minimizing handling helps preserve their surfaces and long-term value. Engaging with collector forums, coin clubs, and reputable dealers can also provide valuable insights into market trends and authentic examples. The 1953 D Lincoln Wheat Penny remains a captivating blend of history, artistry, and collectible appeal. Whether discovered in an old coin jar or carefully acquired through a professional auction, it represents far more than just a 1-cent piece. It is a tangible connection to the past and a cherished symbol of American numismatic tradition. For enthusiasts and investors alike, this classic coin continues to stand as a prized treasure, offering both historical fascination and the potential for lasting value within a carefully curated collection. The 1953 D Lincoln Wheat Penny remains one of the most intriguing and admired pieces among classic American coin collectors. Even when discovered in very dirty or heavily circulated condition, this humble copper cent can still spark excitement among numismatic enthusiasts. Its enduring appeal comes from the combination of history, artistry, and the possibility that certain rare examples may carry significant value. Collectors are often captivated by coins like this because they represent a genuine piece of everyday American history, small artifacts that circulated through countless hands during the mid-20th century. For many hobbyists, finding a 1953 D wheat penny feels like uncovering a hidden treasure, and its strong demand in the collector market continues to make it a prized and fascinating collectible. The historical background of the coin adds to its charm and importance. Minted during the prosperous post-World War II era, the coin was produced at the renowned Denver Mint as part of the long-running Lincoln Wheat Cent. This famous series was originally introduced to honor the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, whose portrait has appeared on the 1-cent coin for more than a century. By the early 1950s, these pennies had become an everyday part of American life, representing a time of economic growth and national optimism. Each coin produced during this era serves as a tangible connection to that historical moment, linking collectors today with the people and commerce of the past. The coin's design is another reason it remains so beloved among collectors. The obverse displays the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, created by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner, accompanied by the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date. On the reverse, the famous wheat ears elegantly frame the words 1 cent and United States of America, forming the classic agricultural motif that gave the coin its popular name. Struck primarily in copper with a bronze alloy composition, the coin measures roughly 19 millimeters in diameter and weighs about 3.11 grams. Even when found in a dirty condition, the strong artistic design and historic symbolism remain clearly visible, reminding collectors why the wheat penny design is considered one of the most iconic in American coinage. Rarity and condition significantly influence the desirability of the 1953 D wheat penny. While many were minted, far fewer survive today in exceptional condition, and pristine examples are especially sought after. Coins that show minimal wear, strong details in Lincoln's portrait, and original luster are highly valued by collectors. Additionally, certain die varieties or unusual striking characteristics can increase the coin's rarity and desirability. Although many examples appear heavily circulated or dirty after decades in circulation, discovering one with sharper details or unique features can make it particularly appealing to serious numismatists. The 1953 D wheat penny varies depending on its condition and rarity. Typical circulated pieces may carry modest collector value, but high-grade or rare variety examples can command impressive prices in the numismatic marketplace. In some cases, well-preserved coins or notable varieties have been valued in the range of $1,000 to $8,000, especially when professionally graded and authenticated. Because of its historical significance, recognizable design, and continued collector demand, the 1953 D Lincoln wheat penny remains a prized addition to many coin collections and a fascinating reminder of America's rich numismatic heritage.